Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Anyway Moving Forward. And in this topic, I really resonate with this phrase: to be selfless is to be selfish. And I wanted to talk about it because we have been told by society that it's bad to be selfish. And I get it. It is an upbringing, it is a culture that we have to give first to others. We have to put other people first, to be a servant leader and to be of service. And this isn't going to be a topic that everybody would relate to, but I know for sure that this can give enlightenment, especially for those people who are burned out, overwhelmed, tired. And I know that this can help so much people if you can only grasp the concept of to be selfish is actually being selfless. So we all know the saying that we cannot give from an empty cup. And I really resonate with that because in the past, I used to be the one who would always put other people first. I used to be a people pleaser, such a big people pleaser that I would betray myself just so I can put other people first because I don't want to be seen as someone na selfish. Like I cannot put myself first. And along in my journey, I have realized that version isn't gonna work on the next version that I want to become. Because if I keep being selfless to other people and I don't know how to replenish my energy, it turns out that nauubos ako because I'm not being selfish of the energy that I give towards other people because I always put other people first. So for me, in order for me to be selfless, I have to be selfish of my energy. I have to be selfish of what I give to the outside, especially if it doesn't align with me. I have to be selfish in a way that I need to make sure that I am happy first so that I can give towards others so that I'm not giving away an energy of resentment and anger towards other people, 'di ba? Like imagine if you say yes to something that hindi ka naman okay. It's not going to be a happy yes that you're giving towards them. And they would feel it. And yes, they would be able to like really reap that first na parang okay, she said yes, but then eventually there's an energy that is off that you passed on to them just because you didn't say no to that because you became a people pleaser. So I really get where being maging selfish comes from. It's also part of the upbringing that we have to please our parents or we have to put our yung gusto natin aside. Mauna dapat yung mga tao like our parents and the people who was there for us, utang na loob and all of that. But for the long run, it's really not going to help you in your journey if you keep on giving to other people and keep on saving other people, putting other people first bago ikaw. It will be a disservice not only for the other person, also for you, especially for you. Because if you keep on saving people, if you keep saving people, you are not helping them to have the tools that they need in order for them to fend for themselves, 'di ba? Teach a man to fish and you will feed him for the rest of his lifetime. Give the man a fish, you will if you give the man that fish. So by you providing that answers, by you always being there for someone, you're not actually helping that someone to learn how to fend for themselves. And dun na, you have to let go of that wanting to help everyone because you can't really help everyone. They have to learn for themselves so that they can have the skills that experience is giving them. It's kinda, yeah, I'm gonna use this term selfish if you take away the lesson from them by being selfless. But you have to give that love to yourself first because when you love yourself so much, you'll start being selfish of your energy and you'll get that the reason why you don't support other people and save other people in that journey is because you know how it took for you to get to where you are, and most of the time it's because no one supported you for you to build that character, if that makes sense. It's not applicable for a lot for experiences, but some experiences, the only way for you to learn is sometimes you have to get to the rock bottom of your journey in order for you to have the humility to start learning that skill for you to get to the other side. And that's why when you save and keep on saving and keeping available to other people and they start being dependent on you, they won't learn how to build that skill and to build that resilience because you keep on playing the part instead of them building that resilience for themselves. People cannot get the skill if someone keeps on saving them. Sometimes we have to let others drown for them to realize that they can actually swim. And not applicable for all, but the best way that you can support someone before they start drowning is to be there by being their safe space, letting them know that there's actually support, that they can express themselves to you, but not to the point that you would live their life instead of them living their life. Because you're going to start teaching them to be dependent on you. And some people, even if you try and help them all the time, they never really learn because you took away the ability for them to learn what they need to learn. It's just like, for kids, when my children, they play, I really, I just let them be. And pag nadadapa sila, I just say na, you pick yourself up. No one's coming to save you. And now that they're a bit older, syempre yung bata pa sila, they don't know how to do it, so you have to equip. But now that they're like 10, 11, 12, I really teach them to fend for themselves, to stand up for themselves, because I'm not gonna be there all the time. I've met so many successful people that started really early, and because they started experiencing hardships and breakdowns during the earliest experience of their lives, they learned to be self-sufficient, to be reliant, to trust themselves. But if you keep on saving people, how would they learn how to stand up for themselves? How would they learn the tools that you have gained when you were also going through the same experience and challenges? Ba? Sometimes the breakdown has to happen because breakdowns will humble us, and I don't think that we will reach the lowest point of our lives if we already knew the lesson. Sometimes we need the breakdown in order for us to meet a different version of ourselves, because the person that was there before the breakdown, or the identity that you had before the breakdown, isn't going to take you to the next version of you. What used to work won't work anymore on this next version of you. In order for you to expand and get to this next version of you, you have to be selfish. You have to be selfish of your time. You have to be selfish of your energy, given that that selfishness is intentional for you to fill your own cup, because you cannot really give from an empty cup. And it takes you focusing on yourself, focusing on making sure that you are happy, focusing that you are aligned so that you can give to others. Because the energy that you have is always the energy that you will pass on to others. And if you want your relationships to work, if you want like aligned relationships, you also have to be aligned with yourself first. Your outer world is always going to be a reflection of your inner world. Even if you have everything externally there, like you are the richest, you have all of these things, a lot of people still find themselves empty. The purpose really of us being here is for us to experience life, the fullness of it, and have someone to enjoy it with, whether it's a friend, whether it's relationships. But in order for us to really be connected with people and the relationship we choose to be with, we have to be connected with ourselves first. So that even if somebody leaves, since you have this strong connection with yourself, you know that you can still do it on your own, even when no one's there, because you are already full. So if you find yourself looking for other people, or when someone leaves and you find like a missing piece, or you find like there's emptiness when that someone leaves, I invite you to look within, because if you really worked on yourself and know your worth, even if someone leaves, it doesn't shaken you, because you know that you got you. You know that you love yourself so much that people leaving your space doesn't define your identity. And it takes a lot of work for you to come back to that self, to come back to who you truly are, to come back to that fullness of, you know your worth, you know what you are capable of giving that to yourself, and you don't need anyone to fill in that emptiness, because you are already giving it to you. Relationships are just a bonus of the love that you have for yourself. And if you really fully, truly love yourself, like whatever anyone does to you, you won't be shaken by it, because you know that you got you. Truly loving yourself also means being connected to you, to your little you, to that version, the many versions of you, and being safe with your own body, being safe with your own thoughts. And the only way for us to be safe with ourselves, safe with our own companionship, is allowing ourselves to sit down in silence with ourselves. The best relationship that I have now is the relationship that I have with myself, because I know that I won't ever fail me. I will always put myself first and my happiness, because I can never go wrong when I am happy. And whatever is true for me, I will stand up for myself no matter what. You have to love yourself so much that even if everything is taken away from you, you know that you got you. Your outer world, if you truly love yourself, the outer world will reflect. You will be abundant in all aspects. But if you don't love yourself, it also reflects in the relationships that you have, the situation, the finances, the careers that you have. So it's really a matter of, are you willing to choose you? Are you okay with being with yourself? Are you okay to do things on your own and not depend on anyone? And having someone is just really a bonus in this lifetime. And self-mastery is being okay with yourself even if no one is there. Being okay and being happy with your own companionship even if you don't do anything. And I hope that you get to that level of joy wherein you're happy with being with yourself. Your nervous system is regulated. You're not rushing. You're not feeling like you're running out. You just know that you can create all the time and express, and that is the true meaning of abundance. When you are at peace with being in stillness, when you don't need anyone to fulfill that joy because you know how to create it yourself. You are not outsourcing, like getting it from something somewhere else, but you already know how to create that love for yourself. And if you have that enough love for yourself, that selfishness to give to yourself, it will be so easy to give towards others. Because if you're selfish, everything will just align. Selfish, intentional selfishness, not selfish in terms of things, but selfish of your own energy, selfish of who you get to share that with. The more happier you are, the more that you can give. Because the happier you are, the higher your energy is, the higher your frequency is, the more that you can give towards others. and life becomes so much clearer. So if you ask me, Lib, how do I become selfish? How do I align? How do I have and work on being that best version of me? Boundaries, knowing what you don't want and sticking up to it, even if it means losing people in your life. If by you creating that boundaries means that you lose people, then so be it, because your boundaries will always be your filter in life. And you have to realize that the person that you should always prioritize is you, because you will never fail you. Also, do shadow work. Get to the root cause of your patterns and beliefs. And that's also the work that I do and help clients with. That's why they are shining. That's why there are a lot of magic that is happening when you unlock that version of you that knows how to align yourself every time, and there's no block in between. If you know how to work on the block energetically, everything will just flow. But you need to do the work. You need to do the shadow work. You need to realize what you really want. From knowing what you want, you act on it consistent, and then you collapse time. That's how quantum leaping happens. But in order to be able to do that and to give more give more to the world, or to give service to the outside world, you have to be selfish. So yeah, I guess that is it for this conversation. You guys know that I like to yap a lot, and I really hope that this also made sense to you. And yeah, I guess that is it. If this resonated with you, please leave a comment or send me a message on Instagram, tag me or whatever. And yeah, I invite you to, I have my retreats and my workshops. Just go to Libni Fortuna. And then I also invite you to do, if you want to do mentorship, like one-on-one mentorship, my doors are open for you. It's a 3-month journey with me, intensive. And yeah, I guess that is it. Thank you so much for being here. See you on the next episode.